kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
He's in open space downfield. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking for room. It's screen. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. It's McCoy. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Quarterback on the keeper. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Power ahead. He bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Williams looking for a man. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Tate. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bellamy. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Tate. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw on third down. Throws toward the end zone.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Whitaker. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Got his man downfield. Hits the afterburners. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Williams will pass. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the run. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Catch in the middle. It's Tate. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Listen, I know that game didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved in the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they're in for a touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Touch pass on the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Quick completion on the out. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down. A completion good for the percentage, not good enough for the 1st down. Here comes the punting unit. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught close to the marker. It's Bellamy. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Now from inside the red zone. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's York. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create.
Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Finds his man in the middle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Gives it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Back to pass, it's McCoy. Got his man. Turning it on. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to go up top on first down. caught behind the line. It's Price. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. Motion from the back. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Card in the backfield. It's Price. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And this one is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Williams looking for a man. The short hands, it's York. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Douglas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's York. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's York. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with them.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. To the air, it's McCoy. Get it out on the screen. That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside is 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Here's the pressure. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Pocket breaking down. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Williams will pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's York. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. First and goal for the offense. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to go up top. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking for a man, it's McCoy. The quick out. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The inside handoff. Makes his man miss. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's York. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll run it again. At the 35, he's loose. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying play action. What a catch, and a little Barishnikov right down the sideline. Stays in bounds, and it's a touchdown.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Got his man out of the backfield. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
He's tackled at the 14. 2nd down coming up.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's first down from their own 23-yard line.
First down for the offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Vance.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This time they'll go to the running game. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. To the air, it's McCoy. He's going for the goal line. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Slams ahead. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Douglas. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bellamy.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And here comes the play This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. And now this offense will take the field again. Looking for a man. It's McCoy. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Price. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Right on the money. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game, and you're going to have to just start taking shots.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here comes the hurry up.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Caught over the middle. It's Price. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to throw. It's McCoy. Flips it out on the screen. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Up-tempo for the offense.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Whitaker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. From the red zone, looking for a space. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And with that kick, man, we got a 1-possession game. Here's the good thing. Good news is you got all 3 timeouts. So you can kick this football deep, use your timeouts, save as much time as you can to give your offense a chance to go win this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference.